You know, for me, it's really easy to grab my phone, and especially so. Like the other day, I went to the doctor. I needed to get my. I need to give a blood sample. They're gonna have to do some stuff, but the amount of time that I just double check or triple check or just quadro check my phone is crazy. And it is a society that we live in, and that's the reason why I do that. Now in the waiting room, I kind of get it because it's boring and like there's not a lot of stuff yet. There's like radio playing, but it's not really the songs that you would listen to. You just kind of drift off, especially at an appointment or a doctor's appointment. It takes forever. It takes like 30 to 45 minutes, sometimes even longer. So yes, it's really easy to scroll through TikTok or YouTube Shorts or just, I don't know, I listen to a podcast and just close your eyes until they call you. But I always got like one ear in, so in case they do call me, I can like stand up, obviously. So, but like, I've also seen people like standing at a red light. That kind of terrifies me because I can just see myself standing like in front of a red light and then it pops to green and I don't see it or hear because I'm too busy on my phone. Then someone would honk and I would like drop my phone, right? And then I get a jump scare and then like you can do stuff. So I don't know how people do that. I'm curious like how people do that. Do people like are people like so unbothered these days that even when it's like on green they just don't really care anymore, right? They just like, whatever. Like, I'm just going to put my phone away, take their time, and then like they drift off. Now, I also tend to boringness, right? So, do you know we're like at a birthday party and everyone is like talking to each other and you're just like sitting there, just like staring in front of you? Or at least I have that. Like, sometimes I talk with people, but there are moments where I just eat my cake, and then I just sit there and I hear them talking about like things happening in the world or there's a crisis coming and stuff like that, and I'm just like sitting there and I'm just staring into a void, and then I wake up, I'm like, oh wait, so I'm just gonna grab my phone, scroll through my email, my Gmail, like shit like that, right? And like I'm at this point where especially with like all the stuff happening, I just noticed that we are not giving ourselves like empty seconds. And what I mean by that is we're so, is it obsession? I think it is. We're so obsessed with our little tiny smartphone that we just forget to just allow ourselves to contemplate or just to sit there and just, even for a couple of minutes, just not do anything and just give your brain some rest, close your eyes and just breathe in, breathe out, and then do whatever you want to do. But we don't give ourselves those moments anymore. And I think that's kind of what's screwing us up, or at least it's screwing me up. So I can see that with like other people who do like three things at the same time, but it's also kind of screwing up your head, And I notice I'm doing that myself as well. Like I try to watch a show, but I want to do like other stuff. I'm like, oh my God. I just kind of screw myself over a lot of time, right? And I just think to myself, like, I'm forgetting to be bored. I'm forgetting to just, like I said, just stare into a void for 5 minutes and be like, just screw everything else. Let me just give my brain some rest just for 5 minutes, right? Or go for a walk, sit on a bench and just don't grab your phone, don't listen to music, but just enjoy nature for like 5 minutes. Like hear like the winds, hear the birds chirping, hear the water clutching against, I don't know, like against wood or something, like just take in the moments. You don't even have to talk to people, but it's just that moment of like that sort of peace, and I think that's kind of what we're like forgetting a lot. And I think at this point we're also like treating boredom like it's a symptom, it's something that we need to fix something immediately, as it's something like we need to do something right then, right now. Like we don't give ourselves time to process things, especially let's say you have like a really thought-provoking conversation with someone. And instead of you just like let it sink in for a couple of minutes, we immediately go to doing something else, like play a game or watch Netflix. I mean, also depending on what kind of context or like what subject it is. And I think that's really melting our brains, that at the point that we cannot really think clearly anymore, or at least I can't. At certain points, it's just like I'm like stuck. I'm like frozen. Like, what did I just do 5 minutes ago? Right? Like that. You should not forget that boredom isn't something that's empty or actually empty. It's more like a peaceful thing. And I think that nowadays we got that backwards. It's like when you tell someone that you're bored or you want to be bored or you don't want to do anything, they call you lazy. Instead of them asking you, oh, did you have like a busy day or was things tough at work? Like, do you really need to like relax? No, everybody's like instantly having an opinion on you. And I hate that, right? Like when I tell someone like I just don't want to do anything, they instantly think that I'm like a really lazy person when I'm not, but I have a lot on my head. So I just want to chill for like 10 minutes, maybe longer. And I think people tend to forget that, like, you know, a lot. For instance, when I was a kid, I used to have moments where I was like legitimately bored. Like I could actually be bored. So I wasn't like playing video games or something, but I would just, I don't know, I would just daydream about like where things would be in 10 years from now or 20 years, you know, or like where would my then friends be? Because, you know, I had friends where we would say to each other, oh, we will see each other again in 10 years, like, but that never happens. But, you know, like you start to ponder about it, like maybe not really as a really young child, but more like as an early teenager, right? Like you start to think like, oh, where would I be after school? Like what would I do? Do I have my own company? Or like, you know, like what do I have? Like, you know, and I had a billion of those thoughts, a billion, from firefighter to policeman, obviously, because that's what we grow up with, to like, I don't know, like an artist or like a music producer. I mean, it's like the entire list from A to Z almost, right? And I just, you know, I just really enjoyed it as a child. And I just noticed that when I'm growing older, those thoughts, as as I talked about earlier, it's like they just kind of like go away. It's like I don't give myself that moment of rest anymore. The only moment when I'm resting is when I'm sleeping. So to close off the video, I think we as a society forgot to, remind ourselves to that it's okay to be bored. It's okay to not to do something or relax. And I guess for some people it is a video game or it is a Netflix show or it is going into the city, eat an ice cream, and that's totally fine. For me, it's more like being at home and just ponder, like contemplate about maybe certain life choices or stuff, but sometimes just completely nothing, just a complete void of nothingness. I can just close my eyes and just not think of anything, or at least I do my best to not do that, right? And just kind of maybe drift off to like something pleasant, something positive, something that makes me happy, and then after 10 minutes, I'm like, okay, well, I give myself some rest, maybe a little bit longer, then you're gonna go back into the fray. Next time you catch your hand already moving for your phone, before anything's even happens, that's the moment. That's the boredom we forgot how to sit with.